Yo, what up, gang? I am the Panther Trader, better known as TPT Concepts. Today is September 4th, 2025. The time is now 8:22 a.m. Let's hop into it, gang. Let's start off with a word from Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, before we get into these markets. Today's word comes from 1 John chapter 4, verse 16, and it reads, So we have come to know and to believe the love that God has for us. God is love, and whoever abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. Okay, gang. So I chose this verse because it's not easy to love people that you don't know, even though God says love everybody. So basically, the reason that we cannot love everybody is because we don't love ourselves. And I bet you, like, pray the trader, what are you talking about? I do love myself. I just don't know that other person. Nah, gang. God is telling us if we really do follow him, the same way when those people spin on him and treating him like crap, he was still blessing them. Okay? So all I'm saying is we have to humble ourselves, starting with myself, you know what I mean? And we had to just give all thanks and glory to God, okay? In Jesus' name I pray. Amen, gang. All right, gang, the time is now 8:23 a.m. If you've been on the channel before, you already know, start on forexfactory.com. We got news today at 8:30 and 10 o'clock, okay? So we got news in 7 minutes, gang, and we got a red folder. Make sure you look at the currency. Make sure it's USD or whatever you're trading. Okay, I trade UJ and EJ. So I'm looking for JPY and USD news and some Euro news as well. So we got unemployment claims at 8:30 and we have ISM services at 10. All right. So it looked like we could potentially get some volume in the market today. All right, gang. So let's hop into this top-down analysis. We will start with UJ. Okay, so UJ previous daily candle close bearish. Okay. And you see here, price started to push up, start this daily candle, the current daily candle. So we could begin to push up to fill this wick, but I'm not sure, gang. We're gonna have to go down to some lower time frames to see. But yeah, I do have a bearish bias due to the fact that the previous daily candle closed bearish. Okay. So let's go down to the 4 hour. Okay. On the 4 hour time frame, the previous 4 hour candle closed bearish doji. And if you notice, gang, we're still trading under this 4 hour support to the left. Okay. So price came up here, tried to break through once, closed below, tried again. So let's see how this 4 hour candle closed. Okay. Close at 9 a.m. But we will set up some levels, even though we got news in 5 minutes. News in 5 minutes. So what I will do is I will mark up the high and low of the previous 4 hour candle. Go down to the 30 minutes, see how these levels hold up. And if you notice the high and low of the previous candle, you have clean traffic coming up to the left. You have clean traffic and a wick to fill coming down. Okay. So let's see here. And again, if you look left, you see how it all just lines up. But again, we got news in about 4 minutes. So, I mean, we can mark these levels up, but news probably pushes through all of this. So let's see. Okay. Boom. So price is pretty much inside of this range right here. I'm not sure what news is going to do, but gang, I would not advise that you be in a trade while news is happening due to the fact they're gonna slip you crazy, number one, and The news has already been factored into the market. So pretty much, I mean, wherever the market about to take off to on this news candle, they knew this last month. So just be careful. Give the market some time to digest the news. As I mark up these levels. Okay. And again, you see what price does here. All right. Get a nice push up. Mhm. Somewhere pretty much. And again, gang, I am bearish. But we'll see how this 4 hour candle closes. Okay, gang, I'm based out of Atlanta. And if you are new to the channel and you have Zoom, we can definitely hop on Zoom um, when you want to. If you want to trade, talk about anything, hit me up on IG at the Pray Trader underscore. But yeah, again, I'm just marking out these levels, but news is definitely about to um, probably smash through these levels I drawn up. But as of right now, you can say this is what we're waiting on. All right. We don't want to trade in here because of what, gang? All of this consolidation. You see this? We don't want no part of that. What that mean? Go ahead and label it, gang. Boom. No trade zone. All right. But yeah, let's see what Price wants to do here on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning, gang. Okay, so this UJ, as of right now, we got news in less than 40 seconds. So, and again, gang, I probably let news settle down. I may wait for that 4 hour candle to close at 9 o'clock. All right, let's do a top down analysis for EJ. Okay, EJ. Hmm. I am bullish on EJ. All right. I'm not going to count this bullish doji candle, but the candle before that closed bullish. We also goes above this resistance. So I'm thinking price may want to come up and retest this. Time is now 8:30 though. So let's see what news want to do. All right. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Let's box in the previous 4 hour candle. All right. Previous 4 hour candle closed bullish. And again, we do have a bullish bias. And if you see here how the low and high of the candle, you come out to the 30, it lines up pretty good. And when I say pretty good, if you look left, we feel pretty comfortable taking sales below this level, don't we? Well, I do. All right. Look at this. One, two, three, four, five, six. Come on, gang. Trading is nothing but probabilities. All right. And this is the news candle. So good luck with that if you are in the market. Okay. What is for sales? Keep it right there. Um, with EJ, I'm trying to see if I want to stay out of this. Huh. Dun, dun. Yeah, gang, EJ is pretty choppy. It is really choppy. I only see clean bars above here. Let's see. Yeah, gang. EJ is pretty chopped up. Um, wow. Yeah. The buys do look good above this resistance because you see what price did here in the past. Closure above, push up, closure above, push up, closure, push up, closure, push up. And again, we're just going off of probabilities, all right? We're not saying like, oh, if I put my line here, my special line, price is going to respect my special line. Nah, gang. No, sir. Okay, so as far as the EJ gang, the sale's not looking too good. We did have clean traffic coming down from here. You see all these fake outs? You had to bring the support down to here, and then you got more consolidation here. You see what I mean? So sales really wouldn't be good until below this level here, like below here. See what I mean? So yeah, gang, this is what I'm pretty much looking at with UJ. I mean EJ, excuse me. I'll take buys above this resistance. Again, we were bullish on the day. The previous forward candle closed bullish as well. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I do sales below here. Yeah, this is a huge no trade range, but yeah, I don't feel comfortable taking any positions inside of that chop. Yeah, again, this is what we're looking like for EJ. Yeah, a lot of chop. Uses 15-minute resistance. Yeah, again, you see this? Chop. See this? Chop. But when you get a closure above here, clean. All right, clean. Let's go down to the cells. Chop. All right. Let's look at this on you see here. You getting closure below, push down. Got a nice fake out here. All right. Price will fake out in this level. Okay. You see how the cells are good below here though? You get to this level. Shit. But for now, price is really just moving sideways. Let's see what UJ doing. Okay. On the 30-minute, UJ got to push up. Okay, gang, since I have a bearish bias on UJ, I will need price to create a range too. And I showed you guys the videos and my mentor who taught me this strategy. Well, long story short, a range two, price will need to come make a resistance. come down to make a support, and I'll take my buys coming back up. All right. So I won't take the first breakout, but I'll let price again come up, make a resistance, come down, make a support, and I'll take my buys coming up. But as far as my sells, if price goes below here, I won't mind taking a breakout short entry to fill this wick and potentially come down to hit this advantage point, which would probably be this wick fill as well. Yep, right in there. Yeah, but we have 22 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close game. News could literally push this candle all the way through. Okay. And again, shout out to everybody who are staying disciplined to their plan and setup. Okay. As traders game, that's all we can do. All right, we got clean candles coming up here to this advantage point. And the advantage point gang is nothing but where price made a pivot and started moving in the other direction. So you probably want to take some profits. Okay, gang, the time is now 8:38 a.m. We just did a top-down analysis for EJ and UJ. And a top-down analysis is nothing more than you coming to the charts, marking up your key levels, and having a trading plan for the day. And I will be honest, with all of this choppy price action, I think I might have to scratch EJ this morning. I gotta scratch it. I'll come back maybe to make a move in Asian, but for today, I'll stick with UJ. And again, gang, I will not just hop into a long entry. I'm sure this bottom wick came and stopped out some retail traders that went long with the break of this resistance. All right. And now they're like, oh man, I knew it was going up. And I'm pretty sure some retail traders might have entered long on this candle too. But it hasn't closed yet. So it can pull all the way back. So gang, what do we do here? We patiently wait for price action. Okay. Now let's get our criteria. Stop loss already set. The advantage point, you guys see right there on the chart. And the take profit, all these levels are here. Okay, let's get a bias, which is bearish. Why is it bearish? Because of yesterday's daily candle closure. We are day traders, gang. All right. Day traders. Look at the previous daily candle. All right. We marked up our ranges. All right. We got some plain traffic. Okay. Now we are currently just waiting on the criteria. Am I saying that criteria? To enter this trade. We need a closure, retest, and confirmation. And gang, I will break all of that down to you as I'm entering the market. All right. Again, gang, thanks for the support. I will greatly appreciate a like and subscribe to the channel. You know it's all love, gang. You know it's all love. Time is now 8:41 a.m. And again, gang, if I was bullish on the day, I wouldn't mind if this candle closed above here, taking a breakout. But since I am bearish, and again, gang, I am bearish. Why? Because of yesterday's daily candle closing. Well, price do look like it's coming to try to come fill this previous daily candle wick. We are trading above yesterday's highs. But for me to go against the bias that I have, I definitely need a range two. Okay, gang? So let's be patient and just wait on price action. Hold on, gang. Give me a second here because I may take a long entry with this breakout due to the fact that, all right, yesterday Asian session we were trading here. This could have been a range one. Here's range two, and we're getting a breakout. Okay. So if we close above here, hmm, let's see. Let's see. And that's why it's best to wait for candles to close because you see how it's pulling back. Yeah, nearly pulled back inside of the range, gang. This candle open with little to no bottom wick. Let's see. Yeah, gang, I'll just be patient. We did break the previous 4 hour highs. Still got 14 minutes, gang. 14 minutes for this 30-minute candle closure. You know the motto, gang. Let's be patient and wait on price action. Okay, again, we got about a little over 7 minutes for this 30-minute counter to close. And like I was saying, gang, I'm not I think I may wanna if the price closed above here because again, gang, you see we got this range here. One, price came up, broke out of this range. All right. Started chopping up. But this is also a range too. So if I get a breakout here, maybe open to buys coming up to hit this advantage point, even with a bearish bias, only because we got a range two breakout. All right. I am here for a good time, not a long time, you know. And again, gang, everything that I'm doing here, you can come here, learn for yourself, watch the playbook 2.0 and range one and range two breakouts. Once you watch these two videos, that's when you go to the live, okay? Then you go to Otis, and then you watch every single video on here entirety, in its entirety, okay? Don't skip through. Okay, again, we got about 6 minutes, 6 minutes for this 30-minute counter to close. You see how we can pull back. But again, we get a closure above here. That would be interesting, gang. I'm curious to see what price would do. And gang, trading is about what, 90 to 95% waiting and 10 to 5% trading. Okay. That's what makes trading so difficult. Not the fact that traders don't know what they're looking at. It's just that waiting for it, getting anxious, getting in too early, getting out too late, cutting winners too short, holding on to losing trades too long. And all of this is from personal experience, gang. Also, I started this channel to help me out with all these bad habits. You feel me? Full disclosure, I've been trading for 2 years, not yet profitable. I'm in the process of starting my community organically with novice traders. We pretty much all in the same position. You dig what I'm saying? And we reach out to people that's been trading less than us. Like I got a guy that I work with now who's been trading since February. You feel me? So if I've been trading for 2 years, he's been trading since February. I can give him some game. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what we do. We hop on Zoom, we trade. You know what I mean? Get in touch with these financial markets. Okay, but 4 minutes, game. 4 minutes for this 30-minute counter to close. And I might be open to these buys, game. If when this candle close, all right, we get a closure and a retest would be a nice bottom wick to come back down to this level, possibly inside the range. Then I have a buy stop, um, break the previous candle high, and that'd be my confirmation to push up to this advantage point. And again, gang, the only reason I may be open to these breakout buys on a bearish day is because this was my range one in the Asian session. And you see here, we're trading inside of another range. Okay. So if price breaks out of it, I'm feeling as though the buyers are in the market and they want to continue to push up with all this clean traffic coming to the left. And again, gang, all of this is just a theory, hypothesis, educated guess. You dig what I'm saying? You just gotta have the courage and no fear to enter the trade when it appears. All right, gang, 4 minutes, 4 minutes for this counter to close. Okay, again, the time is now 9 o'clock. And you see this candle close. It closed above. Okay. You know what, gang? I may have a huh, yeah, gang. I may have a buy stop to break of this high. Yeah. Let me see. Because that is a nice bottom wick. Let's see. Yeah, this candle. Let's see. Because again, gang, I want to try out this range two. I gotta work on it, work on these entries. Let's see. Yeah, I am bearish, but again, price made a range here, broke out of the range, and on the 15, this would be a celery play. All right, so I just want to see the price want to continue to push up. All right, and yeah, this is counter to my bias, but again, I just want to see if price wants to break his own highs pretty much, come fill this wick, and then just keep pushing up. Okay. Well, you know what, gang? Let's see. I'm gonna keep the buy stop, gang. See what price want to do. I know I had a bearish bias. Let's see. You know what, gang? I'm gonna delete it, and I'm gonna wait for my first theory. All right, gang. So this 9 o'clock candle just closed. Let's mark up our levels. Boom, boom. All right. Here's the low of the current candle. So we get a that's at a 30. Okay, gang. So this line here is the current 4 hour low right here. All right. And these two lines are the previous 4 hour candle. I mean, this is the wick fill up here. Okay. So we would have been activated in this trade. Let's see what it does. Okay. Yeah, price pushes up to where we thought it would. That is good that we are reading the charts better. All right, let's go back. Keep going. Yeah, again, I definitely would have been activated in this trade, trying to see a price want to come fill this wick and keep pushing up. Well, yeah, since we didn't get such a strong closure above and I'm bearish, I'll just wait. So if it keeps going, it keeps going. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, again, so what I'm doing here now, price is pushing up, so it would have been a decent trade so far. Let's see if price keep pushing through that wick and coming up to retest this 4 hour resistance here. But what I was about to say, so now we're trading in between this wick on the 4 hour time frame. I want to say we get closures below this level here. Price to come back down, fill this wick, and probably retest the support. So I go down to the 30 minute to see how it lines up. So basically, I'll take sales below here, and I'll take buys above here. So personally, I still don't feel like I'm too late for the buys. I'm just getting more confirmation. Again, I don't feel like these are bad buys at all. Price is definitely coming to fill this wick. Okay. Again, gang, I told you guys why I did not um necessarily want to enter that position. But again, price did come fill the previous candle wick. And again, you see what price did here, closure above, retest, we get the push up. Yeah, gang, I'm working on not getting FOMO and just hopping into positions. But again, this was a nice settle replay as well. Closure above, got a bearish candle to close above, buy stop, price pushing up. Nice clean traffic to the left. But again, if you watch the channel, I've been saying I'm working on breakout trades. So I just want to see how this play out, see if my idea worked. Time is now 9:10 a.m. All right. Let's see what price want to do, man. I will take buys above this level here because again, it's a break of the previous 4 hour high, pushing up to this clean traffic to the left. All right. And I will take sells below here because we'll be trading back inside of the previous 4 hour body and coming to fill the current 4-hour wick. Okay, so but if price just stays within this range here, up in here, then I probably won't touch it. We call that the no trade zone. Right? Look at sales below here. Advantage point somewhere in these areas. Mm, Miles above, yeah. Sure. Yeah, gang. Thanks for all the support. You see here we are gonna wick fill on this 30 minute. Let me see. A nice what 12 pip wick fill. Wicks get filled on times of volume, so won't be surprised if price fill this wick and keep on pushing up, gang. And if we are able to find an entry when price breaks above this level here, then I will definitely be interested. And another reason I don't want to take this buy is because we're still trading under the support. And if we go to the 4 hour, let's see. Um, oh, is this support here? Okay. But we did close above this support. Price could be coming down and retest it to keep going up, or it can just keep going up. Okay. That's why we got to be patient and wait on price action. 17 minutes, gang. 17 minutes. And if you did take that breakout trade, that's not a bad trade at all. Probably would have closed some partials at that wick field though. For 12 pips. Let the rest of it run. You know what I mean? Okay, gang. Let's see what price want to do. Let's see. 16 minutes. 16 minutes for this counter close. And again, gang, when wicks get filled, it's times of volume. Don't forget we have news at 10 o'clock as well. Okay, so let's be patient, gang. Wait on price action. Yes, sir. That's all we can do. better not to. You said you just getting out there? Okay, Jack. It took everything in me to get up, no cap. Okay, gang, you see how we have less than 10 minutes left on this 30-minute candle closure, and we are getting price to pull back at that previous 4-hour high. Again, gang, if price get back into this level, I will feel comfortable taking sales coming back down with my bearish bias. Okay. And that's why I didn't hop into these buys because last week I took a couple of losses, not waiting for a range two to be formed. Not saying price still cannot continue to push up, but if you see here, these buys have been kind of tough. Like, look how tough these buys been. It's just been a choppy market all the way up. Okay. So let's see if we can get price to close back into this range here. All right. And then we'll have sell stops coming down. Here go the advantage point right here. All right, gang. We got about 9 minutes for this 30-minute candle closure. and it's 15 minute. You see how this 15 minute is pulling back as well? All right. So I am glad I did not enter those long positions. So if we get this 15-minute candle, okay, to close below, I may have a sell stop to come fill this wick and potentially keep on pushing down. All right. And again, gang, you see how we have wicks to fill and nice, clean, you know what I'm saying, candle. You see how price is pushed up? All right. So let's be patient, gang. We still got 8 minutes. We don't want to just hop into a trade. We got to wait for these candles to close, gang, because I've lost many of trades just pretty much assuming. So now I'm trying to do my best to wait for these candles to close. So we get a closure below here, and we'll have a sell stop coming back down. All right. You already know the model, gang. Now we just be patient and wait on price action. We got about 8 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Yeah, just keep practicing. Because again, when the human brain, hears the word record or someone got the phone up, so I don't care what nobody says. When something happens to you. Yeah, dog. Yeah, yeah, dog. Like it brings the best out of you. Yeah, dog. That's why I say y'all should do it on your own every day. Every time y'all hop on the charts, y'all should be doing it. It's not even to post it, it's just to see what you can improve on. I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm getting better crazy. Like I tell my brothers and my cousins, I don't do nothing to y'all that I don't do to myself. So I mean, I be hearing y'all, bro, but Let me see real quick. Okay, again, we got about 3 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. And I don't know if I was on mute or not. Y'all probably heard me talking to Sensei the Trader. Don't worry, he's gonna be on this channel pretty soon, doing his thing. Okay, okay. But again, gang, and we make a resistance under here. Okay, hold on a second, guy. Okay. If we make a resistance under here, that'd be the closure that I'm looking for. Okay. And the retest is a top wick. I need this next candle to give me a top wick, and I will have sell stops coming back down. Okay. I will definitely have some sell stops. And again, gang, I will explain to you one more time what I'm doing here. You see that I have the 4 hour candle here, this 4 hour candle. All right. So pretty much, gang, all I did was box in this 4 hour candle, the top wick and the body. And if I get a resistance made here, I'll have a sell stop expecting for price to come fill this wick and keep pushing down the retested support. But if I get price to close above the previous 4 hour high, then I'll take buys coming up with this clean traffic here. Okay. So the time is now 9:28. So let's see if price want to give us a nice resistance, and then we could possibly be taking some sales coming down. Okay. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, this 30-minute don't look like it's trying to give us the best closure. This bearish candle is pulling back. But again, if you entered a long position with this breakout being bearish, you see, now you're currently like in drawdown a little bit. But yeah, you see why this is the no trade zone. You see how price keep trying to pull back inside of it. Because again, this is the wick on the 4 hour time frame. All right, we want to see if price want to come back inside the body of the previous 4 hour candle or keep pushing up. All right. But in order for that, we must be patient. All right, but this price action is definitely not looking the best. 20 seconds, we're getting price to pull back. And again, game price can easily just keep pushing up. I could have came down to grab some more liquidity. But I really don't see my setup here right now. So I will just continue to wait and be patient. All right. This candle closes in 5 seconds. Look like we may get the candle to close inside of the range. Like you see this? Yeah, come on, guy. Those bears doji. So yeah, gang, I'll wait and just be patient on price action. Okay, gang. This video right here, gang, the Playbook 2.0. This is where you come to learn about the setups and things that I'm taking here. And again, I really suggest you just go back and watch a lot of his old live streams, watch them all the way through. Don't skip to where he take the trade. Watch it all the way through, bro. If the video 3 hours, watch it for 3 hours. You feel me? And the position that I may get activated in here. Let's go back to the chart. Well, you see prices flipping bullish now. So if it breaks its own high, like comes up here, I would be expecting for it to continue to fill this wick and keep pushing up. But again, gang, if it don't break its own high, I do have a sell stop here, flip bearish to continue pushing down. Okay. And let me show you, let me fast forward. Okay. It'll be this position right here to fade. Right here, gang. You see how you have price come up to a key level, which was the previous 4 hour resistance. Okay. Price closed weak, bullish doji, did not break the previous candle high. Sell stops the break of the low. All right, for price to push down. And usually he said he like to take these trades around 9:30 a.m. All right, and the time is now 9:30. So let's see if we can get price to push. All right, price came down a little bit, not yet activated. I set the alert on trading view for when price crossed below this line. And I set an alert on this line as well, so if price break is on highs, then the trade will be voided. But if I get activated, it'll look something like this. Stop loss to break of the current candle highs, advantage point, full TP. All right. So again, let's just be patient. Wait on price action. All right. Okay. Price says, all right. I'm in, gang. I am short UJ. Want to see if I can get a push down. This is an impulse sell. Okay, we came up to the previous 4 hour candle high, failed to break it. All right, this is it. Now let's see if we can get a push down to hit this advantage point. We want price to fill the previous candle wick and continue to push down. We got some real tight stop losses. Break of the current candle high, pretty much. If if price closes above the current candle high, then trade is over with. But again, the risk management, as long as your risk management is there, you know what I'm saying? You won't really feel no type of way while you're in the trade, honestly. You know. All right. So we got our closure and the retest. The retest was this rejection here, and the confirmation was a break of the current kind of low. So let's go ahead and put this here. All right. I will take a picture of this. All right, gang, and make sure you journal all your trade entries. So let's see if we can get price to push down. All right. I am the Prather Trader. Thanks again for all the support, gang. Greatly appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the channel. And again, it does take a lot of courage. You feel me to do this in front of y'all to post these videos, no matter how the trade goes. So shout out. Talk to your boy. Hit me up on IG. You know what I mean? At the Pray the Trader underscore. We can hop on Zoom. Well, we got what, 20 minutes for this 30-minute candle to close. Let's see if we can get price to push down for us, gang. Okay, gang, you see the candle has flipped back bullish. All right. We really do not want to see it break its own highs. I will be honest. Okay. We really do want to see it continue to push down. Like I said again, this level here is the previous 4 hour resistance. We got a rejection. We got a top wick, so I had a sell stop to break of these lows, trying to see if price will continue to push down. All right, because I had a bearish bias due to the previous daily candle closure. So let's see how this trade work out. This is a fade position. Okay. And again, gang, as long as you buying enough to where, you lose the trade, you'll be okay. It's all good, baby. Again, full disclosure, I've been doing this for 2 years. And most of the people that come on the channel, we all just started. And we pretty much, holding each other accountable and keep each other going. Okay, gang, it look like I'm about to get out of this trade because price is flipping bullish. We do not want to see it come up here and break this high. And again, gang, I could have been too early. Price could do that and then later on push down later. You feel me? I could be liquidity right now, but this is why I do these videos so I can go back and look at the trade. You feel me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The time is now 9:43 a.m. Okay. We want to see price flip bearish and push down, gang. That's what we want to see. Can you do it for us, UJ? You gonna be a good girl today? Is UJ gonna be a good girl today? Y'all think so? Sometimes UJ, man, you know what I'm saying? She get out of hand, dog. It's like for real. Sometimes baby girl get out of hand. Like right now, she get out of hand. Hey, hey, baby, I need you to go down, baby. Baby, baby girl, I need you to. Baby girl, listen to me. Baby girl, come on, go the other way, baby, 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 go the please, baby, go the other way. Nah, man, I'm just having fun with it, gang. You can't take it too serious, man. I promise you, you will stress yourself out with these candlesticks, gang. Because I've done it. You feel me? That's why y'all hear me laughing now. But yeah, let's see, man. We got 15 minutes. We got news at 10 o'clock. So who knows, guy? Price can do it. Uh-oh, look at that, Gary. Price has flipped bearish out of nowhere. That it's like that's not always a good sign. You feel me? Even though like it's good, like because we're short. But but you see, look at her. You see how she do you? Look, look how she do you. I'm talking about oh man. UJ wants you to take her out to eat, buy some new shoe. Look at her, dog. She want it all. You see how UJ do you? Look at her. She telling me I must have put in enough, dog. She said, she said you ain't put in enough, trade trader. I got some other traders that like me a little more. Oh snap! My laptop about to die. No way. Hold on. No way. All right, gang. We did get price to kind of pull back a little bit. Let's see if we can get it to keep pushing down. I hope y'all still can hear me. Oh no. Yeah, gang. Let's see. You see, you got price flipping bears, bullish. This candle is going nuts. This current candle is going crazy, gang. They don't know what it want to do. But yeah, we got news at 10. We are getting price to push up to my stop loss though. Let's see. We got news in 13 minutes. We do not want price to close above pretty much this resistance here. Okay. Well, we definitely see it pushing up. Okay. All right, gang. We'll be patient, gang, and just wait on some price action. Okay, gang. Okay, gang. This candle has flipped bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. It's a wild candle. I guess because news come out in 6 minutes. Um, Trying to see if I want to stay in for news or not. And you know what, gang? I think I am. All right. I got my stop loss set. It get hit, it get hit. All right. But yeah, gang. We need UJ to push down, but she acting a certain way right now. All right. She flipped bearish a little bit, but she teasing. All right. And I'm trying out the fade position. Trying out the fade position, gang. Seeing if I could get that 930 reversal. All right. Did I take a picture of the trade? Let me see. I just, all right. Yeah, gang. Make sure you journal all your trades. All right. And I do these videos because make it easier just to go back and watch it right here on YouTube. But all right, gang, this kind of flip bullish again. All we can do is wait. All right. Let's wait to see what she want to do. Let's wait to see what she wants to do. But I'm proud of myself, gang, for entering this position with no fear. You dig me? I had a thought in my head. It came on the chart and I did it. Okay. And I risk enough money to where I feel comfortable losing. And guess what? That advantage point at a level where I feel comfortable taking some profit too, baby. So let's see if we can get it to push down. We got less than 4 minutes, gang. We're gonna flip back bearish again. Let's see. All right. And gang, you gotta have some fun with this gang. Like when I get done with this, I'll probably talk to my partner for a minute. You dig what I'm saying? Go chill out with my son, talk to my wife. And I had to realize that once this trade is over, it's over. I used to take it, I used to take the trade and then bring it to my family. Come on, huh? I'm done with that. All right, gang. Let's see what this candle want to do, gang. All right, it's flipped bullish again. All right. And like I said, again, when we first came to the chart, we were talking about range two buys, but we were not comfortable with that. All right. We explained why we entered this position because we were at the previous 4 hour highs. We got a rejection. Okay. We got two rejections here on the 30. Look like buyers got weak with this weak bullish doji candle. We have sell stops to break of the current candle low. You see here, we also got this bearish candle closure here. All right. So we'll just see what price want to do. All righty. And that's all we can do. We got news in 2 minutes, gang. News in 2 minutes. Okay, gang, we got news in 10 seconds. This 30-minute candle is flipping bearish. That is how we wanted it to close. Bearish below the range. Oh, wow. Oh, my, wow. You see that news candle, T? You see- Look, look at the news candle. Oh, wow. Open with no bottom wick straight to the upside. Oh, wow. Mm-mm. Wow. Gang, this is why you don't trade news. I'm glad this is on video. Wow. Jeez. But gang, I want to say anybody who's in positions right now, I don't really see a setup, gang. But I mean, maybe somebody could have. But I definitely had a bearish bias. Let me see. And again, whenever we start this video, that's what I be saying. Stay out, you feel me? When news is happening. All right. Stay out when news is happening. Oh my, wow. Mm-mm. Let me see what EJ doing. Mm. Hey, okay, EJ pushing up as well. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, gay. I really didn't see any like setups, and price has been moving kind of weird. During August and September. I'll be honest, man. Different kind of price action. You see, this candle don't have a bottom wick. All right. Let's see. All right. Mark this trade up. That's all I can say is wow. Okay, gang, the time is now 10 o'clock. And again, gang, price could continue to push down. You see here, to be honest, I still wouldn't be opposed to having sell stops right here. Because again, gang, this candle don't have a bottom wick. All right. And it could just be trying to, grab liquidity to come back down. Or again, they can keep pushing up, stopping people out like it just got me. Okay. But again, gang, in trading, every single trade you take, it's not that. It's based off of what Mark Douglas say. When you take 20 trades, 30 trades, not just one single trade, gang. You feel me? But yeah. All right. Let's see what price wanna do. What is it, 10 o'clock? Yeah, this candle went crazy. Similar to this 8:30 candle. You see what I mean? Yes, sir. Just keep in mind, gang, this candle does not have a bottom wick. So price can easily come flip bearish at any time and continue to do what we thought price would do. So we'll sit here for, I guess, maybe another 30, 45 minutes or so. And let's just see what price want to do. Shoot. Okay, gang, you see here, this is my journal. You got to come market trades up. no matter how they look. Look at the picture. Ooh, look at that picture. Yeah. Yeah. Take it in. Yeah. Don't be afraid of that, gang. All right. If you're afraid of what just happened here on this video, like if you're afraid of that and you're afraid to like for somebody to see that happen to you, whatever you do for a living right now, get comfortable. Get comfortable. Cause guess what? I got news for you. You're gonna do that the rest of your life if you can't have fun with this, baby. So let's say about 9:30. About 9:30, UJ did one of them numbers on us. I'll say it was a C. It was uh, gotta add the fade up in there. You see, look, I even gotta add the setup to the. That's how you know it's new. Yeah, gang, I'm trying it out in front of you. Let's see. His fade position, I took it out to 30. Very low risk, of course. Alrighty. That was a trade. Oh, wow. Would you look at that? Prices pulling back inside the range, gang. Let- Let's see if you want to continue to pull back and flip bearish and keep pushing down. Or was that just a quick sweep of liquidity? And I should have been patient. That could have been it. Matter of fact, let's put a little line right here. All right. And we're going to set an alert that says crossing down. We're going to put trade activated. Let's see if news went up there to go grab some orders and then came back down. Let's give it another 45 minutes or so because I definitely got to go watch my son. I can't even hold you. All right, gang. Let's see. Okay, did I finish marking the trade up? Okay, and then this is optional. Well, really, it's not. I don't think it should be, but I mean, have a trading constitution. Just make sure you know grade yourself on a daily. You know what I mean? That's why before I enter the trade game, you guys hear me saying like if price do this or you know what I mean, going in depth with my top down analysis because when I mark these trades up, I wanna feel good about it. I ain't gonna even hold you. Because of if guys who've made millions in the market tell you that you're gonna lose, and when I say lose, I mean pretty much learn, gain, then that's gonna happen, nigga. So again, if you are afraid to not look perfect in front of people, what do you do now for a living? You should get comfortable doing it. All right, gang. So we got the pair ETF for trading, the bias, long or short, um, the support levels marked off. Waiting for my setup on a 30 minute. I had all this set before the trade, take profit, vantage point, and I would you guys see me wait for the retest. All right, I retested the previous 4 hour highs once, twice, then and you can even see here the previous candle closed bearish, but you know when news come out, gang, there's nothing, you know what I mean, nothing you can do at that point. Which is why I start the video off by saying be very careful. All right. Yes, sir. Because even if you were in a long position, I'm sure you got out of it by now with all this chop. And if you enter short like I just did, they just came up and got me. You feel me? So, you know, inside of this right here, it's a lot of traders. But remember, my sell stop was not inside of that range. It was below here. And I'm sure maybe if news wasn't happening, we could have gotten a push down. But I'm not so I'm not. So again, we got 20 minutes for this 30-minute counter to close. Let's just be patient and wait on price action. And again, gang, we got this here to see it. Let's see if price flips back bearish and break the previous candle lows and push down to hit the advantage point and take profit. Let's see, gang. Okay, again, we got 13 minutes for the 30-minute candle closure. Price did come down and make a bottom wick, but now we're pushing back up. So yeah, gang. Price action is definitely not the easiest to trade in August and September, but it's possible we can do it. The current 15-minute candle does not have a bottom wick. Okay, so that means it could potentially come back and flip bearish at any time, or the next candle can make a bottom wick forward. All right, but let's just see, gang. It's 10, 16. We'll give it maybe to like 11. We just got this line here. Let's just see if price, come down and, let's see what it do. I'm curious, gang. See, you gotta fall in love with the process, gang. The money gonna be a byproduct of the skill level. So if you know what I'm saying, get frustrated when something don't go your way, you're not gonna really learn nothing. So I'm trying to learn and see, you feel me, what's going on here. All right. And you see this alert still haven't gone off. But I'm pretty sure somebody had a sell stop right there. They were activated. They were probably slipped into this trade right now. So we got 12 minutes to this 30-minute candle close game. 12 minutes. And again, keep in mind, this level here is the previous prior high. We rejected once, twice. This is the third rejection. All right. So price, you feel me, crosses this line right here where I have trade activated. I want to see if it keep pushing down because it'll be breaking the previous candle lows. But the market is random, gang. You feel me? So all you can do is just honestly be patient and wait. You feel me? Don't get frustrated. I've been through it. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm just curiously sitting here waiting to see if price, you know what I mean? If prices do that. You know what I mean? It got to become cool to you to find out what price do. Like you can't be like, oh, I gotta make money, I gotta make money. You feel me? Because that's what's gonna like cause you to stress out and not be able to focus on the next trade. You dig what I'm saying? So, and I hope that stuff that I'm telling you guys are helping you out. All right, I am the Prather Trader. Like I said before, I'm gonna have a couple of guys on the channel. They're gonna come on every now and then. Hopefully, the advice they give you as well, you feel me, help you out through your trading journey. And I pray that everyone that embarks on this journey becomes profitable. You dig what I'm saying? All right. All right, we're gonna flip back bullish. Yes, sir. So again, what's happening here is we got one, two, three rejections and a bearish candle, and in the light price kind of fell below the previous kind of low, but price is continuing to try to push up. All right. All righty. And again, gang, the previous 4 hour high. And when I went into my cell, it was down here. Thinking that price wanted to come back down. Okay. As you can see here, price is pretty much grabbing orders from both ways, down here and up here. All right. 8 minutes, gang. 8 minutes for this 30-minute candle closing. Okay, gang, it looked like the buyers are stepping at the market and price could potentially keep moving up. Like I said, it is some nice clean candles to the left. But I didn't feel comfortable with the buys due to yesterday's daily candle closure, gang. So that's what I'm saying. Price action is kind of, you feel me? It's kind of different. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. So if you finding it kind of, not the same to trade right now, you know what I mean, in this current market cycle, gang, you're not alone. You feel me? Like I said, I was watching, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'll be watching Nick Stewart. And as of late, he been saying the same thing. You just got to get in, you feel me? Be confident in the setup and go with it. You know, may not get, the most perfect setups during this cycle, but we still got to trade through it, gang. 4 minutes, gang, 4 minutes. All right. And again, when we first came to the video this morning, gang, these buys right here is really not surprising us. Okay. We just had a bearish bias, and our bias don't mean nothing. Always remember that, gang. Your bias don't mean nothing. None of your stuff mean nothing. And once you realize that, you won't get frustrated when it necessarily don't happen, okay? Because you don't know. All right. You don't know. You'll never know. I'll never know why this trade didn't go straight down. But I can go diagnose the trade and know what to do better next time to hide the probability of me not being in it. You feel me? That's all trading is, gang. We got 3 minutes for this candle closing. Let's be patient, gang. Okay, gang. This candle closing about 1 minute, and it does look like it is want to close bullish. All right. So it look like price do want to continue moving up potentially. But yeah, we may wait for one more 30-minute candle to close and call it a video. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. All right. Like and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. And again, gang, if you want to be a part of the content, come trade with your boy. Rock with me. Okay. And go look at other videos on my channel. You know what I mean? See if you like how I trade, like what I'm talking about, things of that nature. And I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna get a microphone soon. All right, gang, we got about 20 seconds for this 30-minute candle closure. Yeah, price could definitely be moving up, making consecutive higher lows. All right. I just want to see price either close above this level because you see price close below here. All right, I was expecting a push down. But we did make a support inside of this 4-hour candle's wick. So I can definitely see price coming up to fill this wick and continue hit this advantage point. But let's see though, guy. Yeah, gang, it's nothing but clean candles to the left. Yeah, that wouldn't have been a bad trade, but again, like look at this chart, gang. Like if you were like look at all this, bro. You see all of this? The only thing that was clean was coming back down, filling these wicks. Like that was the only position I saw. I mean, unless unless you're patient and waited on news, but you still had to be waiting right now, bro, because price is literally just moving sideways, bro. Oh, shit. Okay, gang, sure. And again, gang, I have a few videos on my channel where I did not take a trade for 2, 3 hours throughout that session. And to be honest, today, you know what I'm saying, could be one of those days for you. Clearly, I already took a position here today, and we saw what happened with the news candle. But yeah, gang, don't just enter the market just because it's moving, because sometimes it could be moving like this. Oh my, you see this? Like it goes sideways, up, sideways, sideways. Now it's going up. But again, gang, we definitely talked about these buys when we first got on the video. So it's not really a surprise that the market is doing this. It's just how it did it, if that make any sense. You know, it's how the market is doing it. Because it's clearly filling this wick, finna come hit this advantage point, which is stuff that we already, you know what I mean, drew out earlier. We had buys above here. Okay. You see, or this could be teaching us, all right, let's remove all of this. Let's go back to what we marked up earlier. All right. Could I be learning just to stay with my original thought process? I got a closure above. Got some confirmation. Sellers tried to step in, were unable to. What if I had a buy stop break of this candle right here? But hindsight in trading will always be 2020. But you do have clean candles here to the left. Okay. And I was talking about how price was potentially inside of a range two. So this breakout trade might have been okay. Remember I was talking about that? Okay. And when I say range two, I mean a range right here and then a range right here. To be honest, I'm actually glad to see price do this, gang, because I'm witnessing a range two breakout on a bearish day. And you see, gang, how you can learn even when I guess it doesn't go your way. Yeah, gang. Remember we had this marked up earlier? Look at this. Yeah. Okay. So the next time we know that these buys will be okay. Yeah, gang. Because you see here, the way we had our levels marked off, if we were patient, huh? Okay. Yeah, gang. You see, range one, range two. You got a breakout, confirmation, and then you take the celery play. Then they come up to the advantage point. Yes. Okay, gang. So yeah. All right, that's what price did today. Yeah, gang. So I was supposed to be patient. All right. So let's go over what I could have or should have done better real quick. The time is now 10:36. All right, let's do it. So I had this 4 hour previous body in the wick. Wow, I wasn't gang. UJ didn't do me like that. I did myself like that. Look at this, gang. I had this marked up. Wow. when this closed below, this was at 10 o'clock. I would have. Oh, okay, okay. I see. Mm. Let's go back to the 4 hour game. This line, all right, is the body of the previous 4 hour candle. And now you're just looking for clean traffic. And there it is, right here. Yeah, this wasn't a bad. Yeah, that wasn't a bad trade, guy. And that's what we came to with the charts in the beginning. This was our first thought process. And this is how you get familiar with your strategy, gang. Yeah, UJ doing a nice push up. Oh yeah. And my boy Sensei the Trader called us last night during the Asian session, I believe. But okay, yeah, this wasn't a bad trade. Huh, would have had to wait for the news counter to close and then you get a push up. Okay, it's cool. All right, gang. So basically we should have just been a little bit more patient, even though technically we did get a closure below. We had to be more patient, gang. Yeah, this was a good trading day. We learned something. That's cool, gang. Yeah. So it closed above that 4 hour candle, then made a support, and then price pushed up. Yeah, pushed up by 22 pips. That's beautiful. Nice clean candles to the left. And again, here go your range one, range two. Okay, cool. All right, gang. Overall, good trading day, man. You see how you learn something new every day? Okay, gang. Thanks again for watching. I am the Paper Trader. I will be back in the Asian session. Okay, to see if I can find another setup, gang. All right. Thank you guys for all the support. Greatly appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the channel. God bless, gang. Love y'all, man. Hit that notification.